Good Erev Shabbos from the marketplace in Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon, in Vietnam. I strongly recommend that you watch the video above, which talks all about our chinuch of our children in Klal Yisrael, the difference between nature and nurture. However, I'd like to shed light on a different subject matter. Probably one of the most important subject matters of all, that to be a Yid has to have Baishanim, Rachmanim, and Gomlei Chasadim. Those are the midos of Klal Yisrael. We are Baishanim, Rachmanim, and Gomlei Chasadim. And I believe that just before Yitzchak gives Yaakov the brachas, Yaakov has to demonstrate that he is roy to be the Kli Machzik Bracha and to be the father of the Shiftei Kov, Klal Yisrael. And in doing so, he has to demonstrate somehow that he is Bemet, a Baishan, a Rachman, and a Gomlei Chasam. How does he demonstrate it? Well, I believe that in one fell swoop and in one single Maisa, he's able to demonstrate that. You see, when Esav comes in from the field and he says, Haliteni no me adayma adaymase, Yaakov says, Machrali asabachayra. Esav comes in as a wild animal, coming in from hunting his wild animals. He said, look, if you don't give me the soup, I'm going to die. And he puts on a big theatrical production, and Yaakov just comes as the Baishan, and he says, Machrali asabachayra. You want it? Sell me the Bechorah. Baishan doesn't mean that you don't know how to ask. It means that what you ask is meaningful and significant and important and in an appropriate fashion. And the very next thing that happens is he makes the deal. Esav says, what do I need it for? I'm going to die anyway. And the Torah tells us an amazing lesson. Yaakov gives him lechem unizir adoshim. Why is there trop on lechem? Lechem, what's the significance? The significance is to instill within us that Yaakov was a Gomlei Chesed and a Rachman. You see, he could have let Esav die. And think about it, if Esav died, who would have gotten the Bechorah? Yaakov would have been the Bechor ipso facto, de facto. Yaakov would have been the de facto Bechor. He was, as we say in today's terminology, the crown prince. He had that leadership coming to him anyway if he would have let Esav die. What does he do instead? He's a Rachman. He makes the deal with Esav, and he lets Esav live. Even though he knows that through generations, Esav would be our nemesis. But he also knew that ultimately with the Gula, Shalema, Esav will serve Klal Yisrael. That's correct. Esav, our nemesis, will serve Klal Yisrael. Just as Antonina served Rabbi Yehuda and he supported his writing of the Mishnah, as my brother has told. So too, Esav will serve us, the Doiri Doris, once Mashiach comes. So Yaakov goes and he gives him out of Chesed the ability to buy the Bechorah. He sells him the Bechorah out of tremendous Chesed. He could have let him die. And the next thing is, he's a Rachman. That's his Rachmanis, that he lets him buy the Bechorah. But where's the Gomlei Chasadim? Esav only asked for the Nizid. And instead of only giving him the Nizid, the soup, the Adoshim, what does Yaakov do? He's moisif to it Lechem. Because Lechem sustains. Lechem provides a sustenance. He had no business in giving him the Lechem. There were two reasons he gave him the Lechem. Number one was to cement the transaction as a kinyan, because Lechem is koveya asuda. And al tzipiyas asuda, he was koveya a kinyan to buy the Bechorah. And the second reason is Lechem sustains life. So in one act, Yaakov accomplishes all three things. He accomplishes showing that he's a Baishan by asking respectfully. He accomplishes the fact that he's a Rachman by letting his brother Esav live when he should have let him die. And he accomplishes the fact that he demonstrates he's a Gomlei Chesed by supplying him with the Lechem in addition to the Nezid Adashim, which is similar to the way that his mother, Rivka Imenu, brought water for the camels and not just for Eliezer. May it be the will of the Rebbeinu Shalom that Bekor of Mamish, we are Zeiche to see the Gula Shalema and to see all the Umas Olam be Meshabed themselves to Klal Yisrael the way that things should be, and to serve us properly so that we could all be Emes Ha'ovdei Hashem, Yom V'Layla, taking care of our commitment to the Rebbeinu Shalom and his Torah HaKadoshah. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and please make sure to watch the other video about Chinuch Habanim. Shabbos.